Hmm. Bet you thought you were done with me for the night, huh? Not at all. But yeah, what's going on, everybody? Haven't seen you guys in a while. Ha ha ha. Crazy Dog back with a very special little live stream coming at you from second place in the AFC North, right? Unfortunately, our season's over. Ended on Saturday at the hands of CJ Stroud, right? Yeah, like I said, second place in the North. Nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, it sucks. We had a chance at the division, but literally, our team was falling apart week by week, right? It's like you start the race, you have a nice, beautiful car, no scratches, beautiful paint job. Thing is just looking amazing, right? That was the Browns at the start of the season. By the end, we're crawling across the finish line with pretty much nothing but like the skeleton of the car. You know, there's like nothing on it. Tires are flat, engine smoking, roll cage is cracked. There isn't a body on the car. The body's gone. Sparks flying everywhere. And then the moment a car stops and it goes boom, and the whole thing just fly. You've probably seen that little thing in cartoons, right? But yeah, by the time the season ended, we had a ton of players on IR. It's interesting to think about where this team could have gone if we had just stayed healthy, right? Injury luck was far from on our side this year. Hey, gotta give the guys credit. You know, they stepped up. Joe Flacco, DTR, they stepped up. PJ Walker, I mean, damn, he actually stepped up and helped us beat the Niners at home, though. That was, of course, mainly because of their kicker, Moody, missing a kick to give us the win. But PJ did his thing. Defense was top tier at home and completely on the opposite side of the spectrum on the road, which made no sense. But I guess that's just the way it is. Hopefully next year we'll learn to actually pack the defense on the road. That'd be great, right? Don't forget the defense next year, Jimmy. And it's funny because leading up to that game on Saturday, there was a lot of buzz about, Jim Schwartz might possibly get a coaching interview. Yeah, about that. Probably not anymore. I don't think he'd want to be a head coach, but yeah, that's probably not happening anymore. Now, you guys are probably wondering, who am I referring to in the title, right? Little Kitty running his mouth from the basement. I'm not really referring to a singular person, but a fan base. And no, I'm not talking about the Lions. Obviously, they're in the playoffs. Talking about I'm not talking about the Jaguars either. I think they finished second or third. Pretty sure they third in the basement. No, I'm talking about our friends from southwestern Ohio. Yep, you know what I'm talking about. The Bungles. Mm-hmm. Now, believe it or not, I had just wrapped up my picks stream just a few minutes ago. I was about ready to, maybe go in for the night, watch some TV before go to bed, wake up tomorrow and see what else happens, see if the Buckeyes do anything else. Seeing a lot of rumors. Of course, they hired their new athletic director. But yeah, probably gonna go to bed. But then I checked my notifications and I noticed our friend Dashy made a video. And he freaking put me in the title. And he freaking added me in the description. This dude went out of his way to make sure I saw his little video, right? And in this video, he pretty much was talking about me and my fan base, right? Even though I haven't mentioned his ass in a while. If I have mentioned him, it's just for like a second. because honestly, nobody really cares about what he has to say. You go on Twitter and this dude be tweeting the most random ass stuff I've ever seen. Like it's not even. It's like a diary to him. You go on his Twitter and you see the most random ass stuff. Like he be tweeting out his daily routine, like, "Oh, I'm getting lunch. I hope they don't mess it up." Who's running their mouths dashy again? Of course, Karam. Of course. Who else would it be? But then you go on Twitter, right? And I mentioned this a little bit in my picks stream just a little bit ago. But I've noticed, okay, all weekend, all I heard was how the Bungles did this. Oh, the Bungles would have done that. Oh, Joe Burrow was this. If Joe Burrow was that, Joe Burrow is on the couch. Bengals fans say, "Oh yeah, if we were in, you know, you guys were 5-5 when he got hurt. I don't think you guys were getting in. If you were, you would have had to face the Bills. And I don't know if the Bills would have lost to you guys. Hard to say though. It's just hilarious because they are the one fan base whose team is in the basement and they talk like they have a dynasty, right? I mean, take a look, okay? Let's take a look at something real quick. Let's take a look. Okay, Bengals history. Let's take a look at this dynasty's history, right? I mean, sure they have a dynasty. Their fan base talks like they have it. Their fan base talks like they've won like 3 or 4 Lombardis. They've made 3 Super Bowls. They didn't win one. And I'll tell you what, though, there's those fans are damn sure proud that they almost won it. They'll make sure to let you know that they almost did it. No, they didn't win it. They almost did, though. Ooh, yeah, they almost won a Super Bowl. Yep, yep. To them, division and conference championships mean as much as a Super Bowl. Other fan bases, yeah, I mean, they win a Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, if they don't win a Super Bowl, it's a failure. Yeah, they win a conference championship. Awesome. But that's a runner up trophy, right? Nobody wants a runner up trophy. I mean, damn. I've seen like in other sports where people would win a medal for like a silver or a bronze. They would be pissed because they wanted that gold. The Bungles are out here just happy that they got a trophy, right? Of some sort, even if it is a participation ribbon. But anyways, so this is the only team to have like a season dynasty. Okay, so when they had Marvin Lewis, they had a nice little stretch of making the playoffs. They were doing pretty good. Of course, they hadn't made it past the wild card round for like 30 some years. So as you'd expect, right? They finally get out of the wild card round. Their fan base is going nuts. They're damn near ready to crown themselves Super Bowl champs. And then the Rams said, "No, no, that's ours, B. That's ours." And they just said, "Yeet," and they took it from them. And then, of course, 2022, they lost in the conference championship to the Chiefs. But yeah, and then I'm watching freaking inside the NFL, and here's Chad Ochocinco bringing out a Browns guitar. Wow, Browns guitar. Hey Chad, hey Chad Johnson. Yo, what's the Bengals record against the Browns lately? Huh? Yeah, of course, Bengals fans talk about the fact that, oh yeah, we own you, we own you, we own you. What about now though? What's happened lately? Since the Browns have become a functioning organization, what exactly has happened? Hey Chad, you're not even doing it right, bro. It takes you 4 chances, 4 swings to break a guitar. It's a hollow ass guitar too. It's not even like an actual guitar. It's like a hollow ass guitar. And from the Miz, I'm taking a steel chair and I'm bashing him over the head with it. Concerto. Concerto Chocinco. Damn. But yeah, the Bengals talk about like they're a dynasty. They had what, 2 really good years of success in the playoffs. That where they got missed the wild card round. Yeah. Yep. It is what it is. Of course. Oh well. Cowboys are a joke. Yeah, they are. Yep. Scheme of the year didn't mean. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Pretty much all I'm just gonna say here, and then I'm gonna head out. I told myself I wasn't gonna spend a lot of time on this guy, but saw Dashy's little video that he did just a little bit ago. Couldn't help but see it. The dude freaking added me in it, in the freaking description, thinking he's some big shot. Of course, talking big chested, right? Oh yeah, I own you. But Dashy, you know what? He's so weird. He talks about how 2018, right? Our record against them since 2018 doesn't matter. But then this loser goes all the way back to 2000 because it helps with his little agenda, right? When in reality, all it would take us is 2.5 years. We sweep these losers 2 straight years, and then we win third, that fifth matchup. We would tie this season series, the overall historical series. And you know damn well he's scared. Because believe it or not, the Browns are actually a functional organization now. And since we've become an actual functioning organization that actually knows what they're doing, we've been whooping their butt every year. And God forbid you tell a Bungles fan that Joe Burrow's 1-5 against the Browns in his career. That'll make them shrivel up like a prune. They would immediately, you know, curl up in the fetal position and just start rocking back and forth with the thumb in the mouth and start mumbling random stuff. Yeah, that's how you make them really shut up. You say, hey, Bungles fans, what's Joe Burrow's record against the Browns? Right? He's your savior, right? He's your savior. He can't beat the Browns. That's tough. And I'll tell you what, if we're a fully healthy team next year, which we should be, I don't know if Chubb's gonna be back though for that first matchup. But man, if we get the Sean when we get the Sean back, whenever I mean heck, it's not I mean, I don't even know when we're gonna be facing the Bengals the first time. We might face them, we might have Nick Chubb back by the time we face them the first time. And I know Dashy is mortified knowing that, man, there's a possibility the Browns might be even better next year. Right? This is just the beginning, pretty much for us. We get something going now. And I cannot wait to see what we do in free agency. I cannot wait to see what we do in the draft. As far as this channel goes, for Browns content, I'm going to be doing all kinds of content for that. Rumor videos, of course, once March comes around, I'll be doing my usual free agent targets. And then if I hear any rumors, I'll be doing that stuff. Yeah. Yep, Karam. We play the NFC East next year. That'll be fun. Can't wait. So, really all I got. And I will see you all tomorrow night, like I said, for Cavs and Bucks. Oh, and by the way, hey Dashi, how about you watch out when you talk about daddy like that, huh? Yeah, you're talking about your daddy like that, boy. You talk about the Browns, in vain. You slandering your daddy like that, boy. Don't make daddy bring out the belt on you. And yeah, this is an actual belt. Daddy gonna break out the belt on your way, boy. Gonna put you over his knee. By the way, I'm not talking about the Browns, of course. Yeah, the Browns are gonna break out the belt. Oh yeah. You want Daddy to break out the belt on you, huh? Gonna break out the belt again. You saw what happened, 2 years ago when we broke out the belt. I mean, heck, we broke out the belt week 1 last year. And I know that hurt. I know that hurt. Oh yeah. I mean, the Bengals fans were forced to sit back and watch as Joe Burrow was beaten over and over again. 24-3. And it was an ugly weather game, too. Imagine what could have happened if the weather was nice. Yeah. Yeah, Dashy, simply put, don't make Daddy break out the belt on you. Yeah. I'll put you over my knee and I'm gonna spank you one. Eh. Yeah, you like that? Ooh, you like that? Ooh, you like that? Of course you don't. No, I hope we sweep you ass again next year. I know Dashy is scared as hell that we're gonna sweep him again. It's been a common theme. I mean, the only times they've beat us are really when the games haven't really mattered. If you really think about it. I mean, you did have that game where what? Deshaun had just come back, but again, like it didn't really matter that much. Deshaun was still really getting back into the swing of things. I hope we face them in the middle of the season when we get Nick Chubb back, right? And hopefully the injury gods stay away from us. Because again, if we have a fully healthy team next year, we spanking them again. We're gonna break out the belt. Yeah. And by the way, this is of course, a straight up belt. They don't, I don't think they'd make a fake belt. But yeah, we coming for that ass, boy. We coming for that ass, boy. Listen to that. Listen to this belt. Listen to the sound. That's all the Bengals fans are gonna hear. Smack, smack, smack on your booty. Smack, smack, smack. We gonna bend you over. Give it to you real good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'm over here talking crap to a Bengals fan. What am I doing? They're basement dwellers. I shouldn't even be talking to them. And then what's funny is they're gonna have a last place schedule next year, and they're gonna have this like Mickey Mouse good record. And then what's gonna happen is they're gonna make the playoffs and they're gonna get smacked again. And then we're gonna look at them and go, "Wow, you were a product of your very favorable schedule. Interesting." Oh, Joe Burrow. That's another thing too. What I've realized. All I've heard, really, the last couple weeks is, "Oh, you're lucky Joe Burrow injured. You're lucky Joe Burrow injured. Joe Burrow wouldn't have lost this game." That's all they said this past weekend. Joe Burrow wouldn't have lost. You're lucky Joe Burrow was injured. The Bengals would have beaten them. And then, like, when the Lions won, you know, Bengals fans, of course, made it about themselves. Oh, congratulations to the Lions! I remember when the Bengals did that. Of course, they got to make it about themselves. They got to put them in the conversation. They got to put their name in the conversation. Honestly, Karam, Cowboys fans are more tolerable than Bengals fans. You know why? Because when you look at a Cowboy fan, like I'm talking about the legit ones, the ones that seen Emmett Smith and all them play, the ones that are pretty much around my age, you know, around the age like 30, around there, the OGs, the originals. My guy Simus is definitely one of them. You know, Duke Bothers. I'm talking about those kinds of people, right? The ones that have seen all 5 rings, at least most of them. The ones that watched Jimmy Johnson coach, right? And I remember that whole thing with Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson. The ones that saw Emmett Smith, right? Michael Irvin. The ones that remember the Herschel Walker trade. Those are the OGs, right? The ones that are die hard to the star, that fully dedicated, you know. The ones that have actually been to the other stadium before it was torn down. Those are the OG ones, you know. They can look at those 5 rings and they remember. I remember where I was, right? Man, they can, those kind of fan bases, they can talk. Cowboys fans are cool when you really get to know them. Of course, we like to laugh at them too because, or not the OGs, the newer big generation of Cowboys fans, like the bandwagoners, the ones that are like halfway across the country, and they just like the Cowboys just because, the star. They'd never been to Dallas. They probably couldn't even find Dallas on the map. They couldn't name one player besides Dak or CeeDee Lamb or Parsons. You ask them, hey, you know, do you remember like I don't even know, like Marion Barber? They'd be like, who? Right? You ask them about Miles Austin. They'd be like, huh? Who? Who do you play for? Physician, right? You tell them about the early days of Jason Garrett, right? As their coach. They'd be like, huh? Yeah, those are the worst ones. But they can talk a little bit because they have 5 rings to go with it. If you Bengals fans, like, if you didn't know any better, you'd think they'd had a couple. No, they've had 2 years of straight up success in like over 30 years where they got out of the wild card round and they act like there's some tough stuff. Those 2 years, I mean, ironically, were 2 years where Lamar Jackson was hurt. And it makes you wonder, what if Lamar didn't get hurt those 2 years? Bengals probably don't win the division because the Ravens literally fumbled, I think, the division both years. And I don't even know if they would have made the playoffs. But it is what it is. And all I'm going to say is I cannot wait until May when the schedule comes out because then we'll be one, I guess, milestone closer to busting out the belt on the Bongos again. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's going to be fun next year. And I'll say this to wrap this up. In all my days of being a football fan, I've never seen a fan base whose team finished in last talk so much crap to teams above them than I have seen from Bungles fans. You miss your Cowboys? It's going to be a long offseason for the Dallas Cowboys, that's for sure. A lot of people want McCarthy fired. And knowing Jerry Jones, I know he's pondered about it. What do I think of the Guardians? Well, they're a young ass team. I don't know what to expect from them. I really don't. Big old question mark. Especially because we have a new manager, Stephen Vogt. All I'm going to say is I'm not going to have much expectations. I'm just going to ride with the team and see where they go. Right? And hopefully we go to the top. Because funny enough, the last time the team up north won a national title in football, the Guardians won a freaking World Series. That would be something else if that happened again. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Just wanted to give a nice little response to Dashy's video, whatever, talking about know your role and stuff. It's like, boy, your role is in the freaking basement. Shut your freaking mouth and freaking say hi to Daddy. Be nice to Daddy, bro. Daddy gonna break out the belt on you again. You have to bring out the belt again, Dashy. Manny's freaking way too old. He's not playing anymore. He's like 50 something. Sure, he still has a little bit of power in that swing, but nah. Oh, his son, though. His son. That's another story. I heard his son's a stud in baseball. Poppy, same thing, yeah. Literally, I think he has a son, too, that's getting close, I think. He just signed, like, all the sons of these, like, Hall of Famers, right? Vlad Jr.'s brother, I think, is on the Mets, in the Mets organization now. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up and see how long it takes for Dasher to make a response. Imagine he makes a response titled, crazy mutt, shut your mouth. I'm like, hey, don't tell Daddy to shut his mouth. I'm gonna bring out the belt. I'm gonna put you over my knee. I'm gonna spank you. Told you to talk back to daddy, huh? You should know you never talk back to daddy. And yes, Dashy, we're your daddy. Well, this is 2000. You're really bringing up 2000. Like it means anything. That's the one, that's the Dashy special. Bringing up years from long ago to help his agenda. When in reality, we still have players on our team from 2018. Plus, or older than that. You know? I could even go since 2020 when we got Kevin. Kevin's only lost to these losers twice. And he's made the playoffs twice too. Yeah. Ah, my crazy dog, they only have one playoff win. That's another thing. I saw a freaking Bungle fan on Twitter saying, hey, we have 5 playoff wins in like the last couple of years. The rest of the division has 5 combined. How many Super Bowls do you have, huh? None. That's the stat that matters, Bozo. The beef and their logo is for Bozo. The Cincinnati Bozos. Yeah. And yes, I'm flaunting around a belt. Yep. Look at this thing. It's a legit belt too. It ain't no fake. I don't know why the heck I would have a fake belt. Is there even such thing as a fake belt? Man, look at me. I'm rambling again, bruh. Gotta stop this thing before I wind up having an hour-long stream that's literally nothing. Didn't even want this to be damn near half an hour. I was intending to just make this maybe 15 minutes, if that. But I'm rambling. I know, right? Karam, he's roasting me for no reason. I ain't talk about him really much at all since we ended their season, right? Since the season ended. But you know, this loser gotta bring me up. Ridiculous, man. Like I said, Dashy, don't talk about daddy like that. Hey now, don't talk about your daddy like that. But daddy gonna bring out the belt again. And I know you don't want that to happen. Remember the last time we did it? I'm pretty sure your booty still got red marks from the last time we brought out the belt on you. Right, Dashy? Mm-hmm. Week 1. I know your butt still hurts from that beating. And by the way, I'm talking about the Bengals. I'm not talking about Dashy himself. I wonder though, with how loud he screams in his streams and stuff, I'm surprised his parents don't come barging in and tell him to shut the hell up. I just wonder. It was like one time that happened. He was yelling and screaming so loud, I'm sure his neighbors could hear him. Bro's lucky he doesn't live in an apartment. He'd be kicked out because that dude would be yelling and screaming and freaking throwing things and ay ay ay, man. Brother. Oh my brother. Are you possessed by a demon or something? Why are you screaming and yelling? It's freaking 3 a.m., bro. What are you doing? Yeah, this dude be screaming and yelling, bro. Like, what are you doing, brother? Man, don't you got something to do, bro? Don't you got a food review or something? This dude's out here making random ass videos on a freaking Tuesday night in the middle of January when his team's out of the playoffs. And you go on his Twitter, right? And he be tweeting the most random stuff. Like we really care. Like literally, go on his Twitter. You know what? Just for lulz, to wrap this stream up, let's go on Twitter here and let's see what he's had to say over the last couple days or so. There was a tweet he posted. It was like literally, I'm gonna get ice cream. I'm like, what is this dude, Joe Biden? My favorite thing though is like when I be tweeting about the Bungles fan base in general, and this loser will freaking like quote tweet me and start an argument. Like, bro, what do you even do? What do you even do, bro? What do you even do? I talk like I'm talking to Dean Wade. What do you even do, bro? Like seriously, I feel like he just patrols Twitter all day, looking for people slandering the Bengals, and then he'll ferociously tweet at them. For anyone who's ever watched Uncle Lou, he's a college football YouTuber. He goes type 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 type. Well, that's Dashy. Type 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 type. Oh man, I don't even want to know what this dude's been tweeting. It's about like what he getting food and stuff. It's like, bro, it does not matter. Nobody cares. Like literally nobody cares. Not a soul on earth cares about what you are eating for lunch or dinner, right? Yeah, this stuff literally is like no sense at all. Oh well, I'm gonna head out. And like I said, I will see you all technically tonight for Cavs and Bucks. In fact, let me go over my basketball streaming schedule here because there's quite a few games coming up, getting closer to the trade deadline. And as of this moment, I think, plan on streaming it. And we'll see what pops off. There was actually a trade rumor surrounding the Pacers and the Raptors, where the Pacers get Pascal Siakam. And of course, it's gone quiet the last couple hours, as it usually would do, right? Usually goes quiet for a couple days, if that, and then out of nowhere, you'll see a tweet. Or knowing me, I'll end this stream and then boom, there's the tweet, you know. It's usually how it works. I mean, heck, James Harden was traded at 3 a.m. because the Clippers love making late night trades like that. Don't know why. That's just the way they do it. So, looking at the Cavs schedule here to wrap up the stream, again, shout out to everybody who's popped in. Had to do a little education for a certain fan base, right? That's in the basement. Little Kitty talking from the basement again. But yeah, the Cavs have won 5 straight and 10 of the last 13. They are looking so good since Spida came back from his illness. Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow, and then I'll be live again on Monday, the 22nd, for the Magic game. And then I'll probably go live for the Bucks game on Wednesday, the 24th. And I might go live for the Friday game against the Bucks again. I'm gonna try and pace myself with these streams because we're getting closer to the end of the season. Yep. Now, am I gonna go live for the Royal Rumble on the 27th? Most likely I will. And I might even try to talk to JB Taylor and say, hey, you want to go live for the Royal Rumble or something? That'd be fun. But yeah, we'll have to talk to him about that. Yeah, that's going to because that'll be on a Saturday, and I don't think there's any football games on that Saturday because that would be a championship weekend. So, yep. That's gonna wrap it up for this, guys. What's up, future? Future. We will be back. I hope so. We got Bungles fans running their mouth on freaking YouTube, and I need my team to get back to what they were doing, at the beginning of last season, because that was probably the most fun I've had. Weeks 1 and 3 were the most fun I think I had this season. That Cardinal game was fun too. That was without a doubt the least stressful game where we actually were primarily healthy. I was not stressed out for that game at all. That Cardinal game. Once we scored a couple tutties, and our defense was locked down, so it's like, yeah, we're good, we're fine. Yeah, it is what it is. So I will see you all later, and I'll be posting rumor videos all throughout the off season, and then of course I'll be doing Cavs videos too. Might have a Cavs video coming out probably tomorrow or something. By the way, Darius Garland back to doing some activities, so we might be seeing him back soon. Awesome. I think he had the wiring removed from his mouth. So that's good. He can actually open his mouth and talk normally, I think. So that's good. He's getting closer to returning. And then Evan will probably be back by no later than middle to like somewhat early February. So, yep, trade deadline's almost here. And we'll see if the Cavs do anything. And see you guys later. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'm out. Bye bye. Yeah. See you tomorrow for